Here's Dread into the bottom lane, looking for a gank as Jelly looking for the flash, gets two of them, into the double knockup, but do they have the damage? Double flash comes through, and yes they do, as Joker is going to go down.
For basically every mid laner, top side.
Okay, Dove, well, you were greeting for that one, as he's going to have the huge wombo coming on in, as even Jelly's up here.
What does that mean for fans at home? Does that mean the game is over? Let's watch this trade first.
Yeah, Jelly just pushing him away, but it's gonna get knocked up and stunned here. Tons of damage coming out now from Ghost as the flash on forward with the ignite. Is it gonna tick down? One more will do it. There it is. And Unfleek looking for the follow-up now. Super clean. Made it look easy. Flashing
Freaks, but definitely not game ender yet.
Certainly is. We saw a bit of a race going on as
against Dove as bot lane.
Okay, we're going in here. We got a TP and Dread, and it's 4-on-2 right now. They get the knock up here on a Joker, but they want the 2-4. And they get onto Ghost here. They do get the knock up. No flash out of Ghost, as you can see that Keen was playing the game of chicken.
He goes down. He gets to keep his summoner. That's the only silver lining. They lose the bot lane turret, and now Afreeca with that engagement.
Next item here for the Talia looks like a Banshee's Veil, as speaking of which, they're trying to get on top of her. The stun, very, very close. One more tip would have done it, but he's not going to go down. There's the wombo combo. See you later, Lucian. You went a little bit too far, my friend. As Jelly gonna go for the follow-up here. Ignite trying to tick down. Doesn't look like it's enough. Here comes On Fleek trying to turn it around, and he is gonna be here on time to help out with that one with his wall. If any fight was happening, as On Fleek takes a bunch of damage here, as it is just your Galio support. Not too big of a deal.
Looking solid. Has not swept it. They do not know about the first ward.
Okay, ward's coming in, and now they know that Sandbox know. Look at you, Caldo. Trying to get that Weaver's Wall into position. Just going to get behind them. The ultimate is going to be missed there. As where's the engage? Big Jarvan ultimate. But a lot of damage going back the way from the blue team. They get 2 kills already as Sandbox trying to win this fight after the engage goes wrong.
They've done it.
3 members of Afreeca go down and make that a 4th as Sandbox somehow, some way, are going to stop the Baron and win the fight.
They just straight up outplay Afreeca Freecs. We see this lineup come in with a reliable comp when it's the first time they played as a 5. And they botched it out, there's no other way to put it. That was heavily, heavily stacked in the advantage of Afreeca, and they will lose Baron. A very heavy price, given that we know this would have closed out the game for Afreeca Freecs.
I know, we're going to have to take a look at the slow motion replay, but everything seems to go wrong. The Malphite ultimate goes wide. Jarvan ults by himself on a 4 and has no follow-up. It's just plus Cloud Drake. They're certainly in a fantastic spot now as all of their poke champions going to be there.
Every game they play. Sandbox have the Baron. We said it, shut them out if they lost it. Now they're a siege comp with Baron, and Afreeca say, we get those ults wrong a second time in a row. Should still have their flashes, Valdez. How could that ever happen?
They never needed to use them as well. Poor Dove. He's been the
Guardian Angel now. Banned up minion wave. This Baron buff is going to be huge value. Objective game begins again.
Really nice stun there from Dove just to push back. Afreeca making a big play here towards that mid-tier 1. Doesn't look like Sandbox is ready to get in there yet as Afreeca, all 5 of them together in a circle, not pushing away, just looking for that 5v5 fight. Here's the fate's call, does get the 1 knockup, in goes Galio. Another follow-up from the Jarvan and the Malphite, but do they have the damage is the question. UCal is going to be dunked in the backside as Ghost and On Fleek are full health here. They're going to tunk down Soul as Keen has to flash away once again. Looks like the damage not there for Afreeca for the 2nd time in a row as wow. What a cue from On Fleek. You mentioned mechanics. He's here to play tonight on his Lee Sin, looking for the 7th win, as Dread is going to go down in the clean ace to the side of Sandbox.
They never got the do-over, Valdez. The 2nd time in a row they go down. They just can't get damage out of UCal and Soul at the same time.
I mean, we'll have to take, there's so much stuff that happens in this fight, so you really have to break it down piece by piece.
Sure, it starts with strong engage, and Soul is skipping, but UCal's doing no follow-up damage, so actually, watch UCal. He's the one here, because Kalista does what we outlined, but UCal actually does 0 damage in this fight. He's completely zoned by the Lee Sin. We thought Lee Sin onto Kalista. It's actually Lee Sin onto UCal, and yes, the rest of the front line were in an emergency spot, but this is what happens when you don't dot your I's and cross your T's, and after you lose an earlier fight, you can't force it to be on your terms. This game was played around. We've got a control ward lead and strong wombo engage. You can't fight us. In this fight, they're just begging the enemy team.
Desperately trying to do whatever they can to get this one down and on fleek, always threatening the Talia. Very scary stuff.
They already popped the Banshee Veil. That means that UCal is just going to do a little bit of wavering as they lose their mid lane inhibitor. This game has gone to hell in a handbag for sure for Afreeca. Might even need a last Whisper onto Soul to do damage. They walk up for a second time.
Trying to zone out Joker and Summit. In they go as Dread just disappears on the backside. There's just no follow-up here on Fleek. The only one that takes any damage on the side of Sandbox, as Soul finally did do a bit of damage on the backside, but it doesn't seem like enough, as it's a lackluster fight, and Sandbox continue to push.
Sandbox Gaming push up. They know they can maybe even just end on this push. Pieces on the chessboard look so clear from Afreeca Freecs. Fourth item from Soul here is a Guardian Angel.
You know, it's a 10,000 gold lead. What are you going to do when you don't really have the damage to back it up? As well, we're going to find him again, says On Fleek, as well. UCal is going to flash away from that one. GLT comes in, has On Fleek gone too far. He's looking for the kill. He's going to have to stopwatch on the backside. He's just going to be the martyr, the sacrifice here in this game, as down will go the third inhibitor.
Definitely too aggressive, but they will be able to force something unless Dread just dies instantly.
Well, first time is not the charm. Can the second time be, as in goes Jelly. Nice scout of the week there, gonna push him back. And finally Dread says, can we do it again? But he's gonna go down. They finally find Dove, as Joker also gonna get caught here. That's actually really big. The Elder Dragon is alive right now, guys.
Do they know when to this?
They do, and here comes Ghost. He's trying to go 1v4 to stop the backs, but he's not gonna be able to, as he's gonna be going down here most likely. There it is, 1,000 gold. Goes the way of Soul.
Fleek is around 50-50 potential.
On Fleek, can he get it? No, he misses his Q. Will he flash for it? No, he doesn't have his flash.
With all the damage on the side of Sandbox, it's not there now, although Sandbox should pick up a free back.
Sandbox gonna scoop this one up. You can see that Afreeca not even gonna look for it. Double life seal, pretty good on the Callista, at least
Soul's life super sucks because he needs to frontline to look juicy to allow his team to engage, but his team doesn't have flashes to surprise the enemy. So he's actually just gonna get poked out for free, and they can't punish. Speaking of poked out, inhibitors falling low on every side.
Mid's gonna go down, and well, Jace always super good at taking that out. You get the 80 carry on the bottom side. They're looking for 2 inhibitors at least, as the top one not yet respawning. Very calm, collected. Soul going in there. They want to get in the back line. They get Dove again, and that is a huge pick. Take a look at the top side of Summit, trying to go for the split push. That's not gonna work, as he's all alone.
How many kills can they get?
Here. Down goes the TA.
They need all the kills they can get so they can try to force mid. They will lose all their inhibitors again.
They do. Keep that in mind as On Fleek. Gonna just take out that Banshee Veil once again, and Afreeca. They're just looking for Dove. They're looking for one guy. Can they find him this time? They want to get out to Ghost here, but Zola is gonna have his TA immediately pop. Look at UCal in the back line. Immediately dies down there to Summit as 2 members of Afreeca go down, and the dream is dead. Sandbox gonna take the big fight here, as it's only Dread left available. The TPs come in, and they're gonna win this game.
Yeah, definitely a well-deserved win for Sandbox. That last team fight was sick. They flanked the Jace onto UCal as Soul kicked into the team. Dread might live, but Ghost is just on gatekeeping duty. Summit win this game, and a well-deserved victory. A comeback win for Sandbox Gaming.
Big game. Was a fun one too, actually. Afreeca gave us a hope here for them to maybe come back and make this a really interesting 50-minute game. They did hold, even though the Aatrox did hit some nerfs, still can find some love into some easy lanes. One out, but the push is there as he lands the E. There's that Rune Prism. Do they have the damage? He's going in as the last. Able to hear off Fleek or see him in there.
Surely now. Here we go.
Okay, has the vision, but it's way too late as Ocean Drake never went that far. We just ate about it.
Oh, we're going.
Okay, this is what Galio can do at the bottom side, but the Shen lands that
Sandra ult.
Here it comes the UCal, gonna land it onto Joker as he's all alone. 4-on-1. That's not very fair. 30, but Dread is gonna be spotted up on the top side, and now he's ultra slow with the axe coming in and sends their 2s, so see you later. See if he can beat the Callista. It's gonna be hard, and actually it is just gonna be the smite at the end.
Keen, I think he's the right person to pick up blue. Silas, we know, is not going to be using damage. Dread is top side. Hey!
Okay, flashes into that one. It looks like the chase is still on, though. Let's get on to this one as Keen Trying to trade back damage, but he's just going to get poked.
Down is one way to force that to be the game, as here we go.
Dread does have a teammate this time around. He's going in onto Ghost. There is that smite, the flash on in, and the kick to the face. He's going to go down as UCal makes his way in with that Stand United too. As now 4 members rather of Afreeca down in the bottom lane.
Seemed to be a big disconnect from Ghost and Joker because Joker has ult and knows not to use it because given the numbers, he would have died eventually there. Doesn't want to go for the defensive ult that we saw in the Sandbox.
Going to be a huge one here. The second one, the inner turret goes down. So I'll have to wait and see as the first axe is going to land. Jelly forced to flash away, but in goes the Olaf. They want to take that guy out, and there it is.
Really only a tanky boy. He's doing the best Swain impression on this Rod of Ages mid lane and front line. Mage, Sandbox take down the third Drake of the game. The first one soloed, and they're actually pushing forward as well.
Wow, the flash forward. They want to get this Rise down before he can do any damage. Silas in the back line trying to do something. Takes out the Aatrox. Here's Soul getting into that back line. Can anyone take him out? Yes, they can. The taunt is going to go down as Ghost doing way too much damage. And even though UCal stays alive for a very long time, Silas, unfortunately, not even
rolls back to the mid lane. Ghost able to free hit in a way that was impossible from Soul in that game-losing fight around Baron.
Okay, I'm going to hold that thought here as the Baron has started. Jelly trying to get that taunt down, but look at that Olaf just running at Dread right now as Jelly doesn't even exist in this one. We are going to have UCal going in once again. It's going to flash away from that one, and finally, Keen does have a way to get into that back line. They're going to tip away at one. Still on the chase here, but the Chilling Smite looks like it might just show Summit and on Fleek feeling the brunt of that. Even between a huge taunt comes in from Joker. Can they follow this one up though? Jelly does have that aftershock as UCal making his way in with the Stand United, but really nice stopwatch here as Jelly not able to find anything on the backside. At least Keen does trade a kill back onto this long way. You do have that Kalista on top of some of those objectives. We'll have to wait and see if they can even pick up the second
vision here at all. Who's going to face check?
It's got to be Jelly as a ton of damage goes out onto him. UCal as well, the tanky member, but you can see Keen and Soul and Dread just hanging out behind. Not really able to do too much damage. Nice dodge there by Soul though. It's going to flash away. Can they get on top of him? Stand United does go down onto the Olaf. Soul still alive, but Keen all alone is going to flash over the wall, stays alive. Somehow in these fights, both Soul and the other guy, Keen here, still in this one. Drake going to make it back to his teammates. Nice dodge on the Q there though. Dub not going to take that one. Redemption takes another one at Redemption.
Very slowly soloing it down, allows Joker to come back.
UCal getting in there, but Soul does have to back away. But look at Aatrox himself, is going to go down one time, but Soul goes down. The huge damage of Afreeca is no longer in the fight as UCal also going to be taken out here on the backside after that World Ender. See if they can get on top of him. Looks like he might actually get away, but 2 kills are going to go the way of Sandbox here. They're still on the chase. Can they take out UCal? Trying to actually get the GA on Fleek. Not really worth it to chase his Silas after all, as Keen somehow still alive on the backside. It's going to get taunted up. See you later. Down you go, Rise. Not going to be able to survive this time around.
They have to fight. Big thing in the team fight there is it was about contesting a damage dealer, while Ghost had a half-second
away on the blasting plant. Sandbox continuing to push. They were able to eat and take both.
Allows that 1-3-1 to be even stronger. Always threatening the dive. Olaf wants to poke his head, throw an axe, and someone needs to threaten the dive, I think, here. But right now, Afreeca, they're not pulling the trigger.
Well, Dub and Ghost, a couple of autos, and immediately goes from half to about 10% left on that mid turret. Dub's going to get one more pick at it as the cannon nearly able to take it out, but it's a lot of time wasted, and still no inhibitor turret has gone down with their pitiful siege that they have going on here. It's going to be the last push with the Baron buff for 4 seconds. Can they take it out?
Should get it here.
Yeah. Down it goes. They will continue on to this one. Lissandra ult taken here by UCal. We'll see who he puts that one onto.
Cleanse is up on both AD carries. Both took Summoner Cleanse.
Okay, going up to Summit, who nearly just disappears. But again, he's got TA, and he is Aatrox. So
We'll need to see the scoreboard to know about Vision. That's turning on to Joker for now.
Here comes Dub over the wall, though. It's immediately taunted. Can he get anything down here? He tracks the huge wombo combo into the backline. Soul's still alive, but it's not anything compared to Ghost and the damage that he does after that kind of engage. Well done by Sandbox. They're able to get 2 kills already on the backside. Looking for Soul here as well. He does a bunch of damage, but he is going to go down and not even get the Guardian Angel. Interruption. Sandbox going to be able to interrupt this one, and they're going to push on to perhaps the victory.
Sandbox will win, and amazingly, Valdez, we were right on one prediction. We said Control Wards, vision in the blue side jungle would allow for a flank. It's the flank there. Dove gets in, and while he can't get everyone, they come from every angle, and they take down Afreeca where they stand for the 2-0.
Really fantastic turnaround for this team. I mean, they just lost to Afreeca 2 series ago, and it was a bad one in game number 3 where they got outplayed. This time around, they send the message and say, we're the better team. We're going to 2-0 you this time.
And I've got a great analogy here. What do we call Sandbox Gaming? Compared to everyone else, they felt like an LPL team. Remember, the LPL is only rolling on to patch 9.4. They never got to 9.3 this week. It seems like finally Sandbox got patched for the new patch. They've got strategies, some old, some new, but their adjustments in playstyle give them the old identity that they couldn't find on 9.3 and last week in general. So finally, the patch comes in late, but Sandbox return to their early season winning ways.
I just have a stupid grin on my face as Summit. You can see he's close with a lot of those guys on the side of Afreeca. Big smile on his. They did look a little bit better against Gen Z, but you know, it's a much harder team they're going up against tonight. So maybe they'll just throw caution into the wind and say, the hell with it, let's fight up against Damwon. That's going to be our next match in about 40 minutes.
Now, at 8 match wins, you are not safe for top.
샌드박스가 2연패를
Seems to have some other
끊어냈습니다.
ones. I'm going to hand it over to Ji-sun for the translation.
MVP 서밋 선수, 플릭 선수 오실게요. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
네, 뭐 물론 고작 2연패라고 할 수도 있지만 그래도 샌드박스가 워낙 상승세였기 때문에 그동안 마음고생이 좀 있으셨을 것 같아요. 오늘 승리 소감 어떠신가요?
그래도 2연패 하면서 조금은 힘들었는데
During the
그래도 오늘
losing streak, we
승리를
were feeling a
잘해서
bit down, but
기분
today we
좋고
got the 2-0 victories. It feels
잘했다는
really
생각이
nice.
들어요.
I think we did really well.
1라운드 때 패배를 안겨준 아프리카와의
You got your
복수전이었습니다.
revenge on
특히
Afreeca,
탑 대결이
who
많이
took down you guys in the
주목을
first
받았는데
round.
기인 선수 오늘 상대해보니까
And
어떠셨어요?
all the hype was around the top lane, you versus
항상
Keen.
잘한다고 생각해서 네,
Keen is always so
오늘
good,
역시
and
잘하더라고요.
today he was
저도
so good as well.
나름 할 걸 해서
But I did my role fully, so I think I did also well.
플릭 선수는 오늘 승리 소감 어떠신가요?
What about you, Afreeca? How do
아무래도
you feel about
이게
today's
기세라는
victory?
게 좀 중요하다고 생각하고 있어서 오늘 승리
Well, I
정말
think
중요했던
you
것
know the streaks
같아서
are really important, so
그만큼
I thought
이기는-
today's victory
이겨서
was
더
so
기분 좋네요.
crucial for our
네,
team. So I'm really
특히
happy that we
1세트
got the
뱅픽이
win.
재밌었어요. 특히 먼저 렉사이가
And
다
the draft
나오지
in the
않았단
first
말이에요.
game was really interesting because
해설진분들도 그렇고
Rek'Sai
저희
was
콘서트에서도
neither picked
렉사이
or
픽이
nor
나오지
banned
않을까
away.
했는데 이유가 뭐라고 생각하세요?
Why was that?
상대 조합을 봤을 때 저는
Looking to their
엑사이보다는
composition,
리신이 더 좋았을 것 같다고
well, I thought
생각해서
actually
리신을 픽했고요.
Rek'Sai doesn't really fit in well.
충분히 할 수는 있었는데
I thought Lee Sin would be
리신이 더
better.
좋았어요.
네,
Well,
현재
Rek'Sai
렉사이가
was
팀적으로
viable, but
연습하고
Lee Sin
계신가요?
could have been. I mean,
네,
Lee Sin was
그렇습니다.
definitely better.
네, 렉사이 기대해 보도록 하겠습니다.
But I am
서밋 선수는 오늘 제이스를
practicing
들고
Rek'Sai hard.
1세트에서 나왔습니다. 사실상 우르곳이
Summit, you
너프가
played
되면서
Jace
제이스가
in
원탑이다
the
이런
first
생각이
game.
들기도
A lot
하는데요.
of people are
제이스를
saying that
상대할 만한
after
챔피언
Urgot getting nerfed so
뭐
bad,
생각하는 거 있으신가요?
Jace seems to be the OP.
제이스를 상대할 챔피언은 있는데 제이스가
Well, there are the
그래도
champions
웬만하면
that can
다 5할 이상은
fight
다
up
가져가는 것
against
같아서
Jace, but I think
굳이
Jace currently has
탱커
about
챔피언
above
쌓이는
like 50%
정도만
win
조금
rate,
반반 갈수
so
있는 그런 것 같아요.
maybe just
야,
Cyan,
그러면
but I think
킥을
Jace
하지
is
않을
really strong.
거라면 밴을 해서 막는 것도
네.
중요할 것 같네요. 사실상 제이스가 현재
So I guess Jace
원탑으로
is
라인을
the
가져갈 수
most
있다고
powerful
말씀을
champion currently in the
해주셨습니다.
top lane.
오늘 제이스로 아주 멋진 모습 보여주셨습니다.
So
바로 나
let's check
평가
out this
장면인데요.
highlight.
함께 보시죠.
On Jace from Summit.
자, 이때 굉장히 급박한 상황이었는데
So what was going on over there? We were taking all the aggro on the downside, and Sandbox aced out all the Afreeca
정신
players.
없는데 일단 앞에 거
I mean, there were so many things going on over there, but I was focusing to kind of take down the
저
front
때는
line.
아
I
내가
think it
다
kind of
막아주고
worked
있다 이런
well.
생각은 딱히 안 드셨나요?
네, 워낙
I thought you were
정신이
blocking
없다 보니까
everything. Well, I don't know. We were just
야,
so.
이때 에이스를 내면서
I mean, like there were so many things happening, so I just wanted to just do well, and I think we pulled
자,
off
이제
really
2세트
well.
얘기해 보겠습니다. 온플릭 선수의
Game
그
two.
피마 4분 32초에 박아서
Your control word
27초까지 유지가
lasted
됐어요.
so long.
와,
You just put it
15분이나
down
갔는데
for
그 자리가
4 minutes and then it
명단인가요?
lasted more than 15 minutes.
거기가 풍수지리적으로 아주
That is the traditionally the best place to put down your word.
야, 이제 앞으로 솔랭에서 그 자리의 핑화는 꼭 체크해야 하지 않을까
Maybe the solo queue
생각이
players
듭니다.
can take that as a
플릭
great
선수가 이 탑 갱킹
And
손해를
on Flick.
내웠습니다. 솔룡을 하셨는데 그때
Well,
진짜 아슬아슬해
Summit was
보였거든요.
ganked
어떤
by
판단이셨어요?
Afreeca
저희
players by
바텀이
you were kind of
주도권이 있어서
compensating
영을
that by taking the dragon by your
시작하라는
own.
소리가 나왔어요. 근데 리신이 저기서 걸린 다음에
Well,
약간
our
애매하지 않을까
teammates
싶었는데
gave me the call,
제시아가
예, 하러
but they actually
안
didn't have
오더라고요.
exact
그래서
vision over there, so we were able to
사실
just
그
take that down.
수정초도 약간 위쪽으로 터뜨리면서 플릭 선수가
I
용을
guess it
잡을
was
수
really
있는
lucky for you guys.
기회가 됐습니다. 정말 멋진 판단이었고요.
Very close
그래도
and great
용뿐만
decision.
아니라 한타 때마다 막 앞으로 나가서 포지션 잡으시고
And besides the
굉장히
objectives, you were really
공격적이셨는데
aggressive during all the team fights today.
아무래도 저번에 아프리카한테
Well, in the
뼈아픈
previous
패배를
match
당하고
against
나서
Afreeca
오늘
Freecs, we had a
정말
really,
이를
really
갈고
bad
나왔는데
defeat,
그래서
so
더
I
그랬던
prepared
것
so much for this
네,
series, so
사실
that maybe
온플릭
that was
선수가
why.
정말 팀에서 큰 역할을 담당하고 있기 때문에 9.3 패치 이후에 카밀이
Well, honestly,
너프되면서
you are the main
그래서
character of
샌드박스가
your team,
흔들리는 것
so
아니냐 이런
I
얘기도
thought that
있었거든요.
maybe Sandbox was
정도는
getting
맞는
a little bit of hard time
이게
because
없진
of the
않은 것
9.3
같은데
patch.
그래도
Is that true?
저희는
I think,
그래도
yeah,
조합을
I have to
맞추면
admit,
또 쓸 수
but
있다고는 생각해서
still,
쓴
if
건데
we are
이게
ready with some
실수가
better
나오면서
competition with
잘 안
Camille,
됐던 거지.
I think we are
그게
still
영향은
viable
없는
to
것
use
같아요.
Camille in jungle. I
네,
think the
혹시
patch
카밀
doesn't really
말고 또
matter. I
지역
think I just
챔프가
made too many mistakes during the
오늘
plays.
플레이했던 올라프로 하겠습니다.
야, 네,
What's your main character then?
선수의
Well, I want to pick
계속해서
Olaf
기대해보도록
that I played
하겠습니다.
today.
이제 연승 계속 이어가야겠죠? 서밋
Now you
선수
guys
각오 한
gotta get
말씀
back to the
부탁드릴게요.
winning streak, right?
네, 이제 2라운드 초반인데
But this is the beginning of the
잘
second
이겼으니까
round,
이
and
기세
we
타서
also took down Afreeca, so
남은
I want to keep
경기들도
this
잘
going and
해보도록 하겠습니다.
do well on
네,
our
플릭
upcoming
선수는요?
series.
네, 저희도 오늘 이긴 경기
Well, today
기세 타서
I want
앞으로도
to just keep
좋은
this
경기를
upswing going and keep
보여드리도록
showing better performance to our fans.
샌드박스가 다시 돌아왔습니다. 오늘 인터뷰 감사드립니다.
Thank you very much for this interview, and I'm gonna pass it back to our casters. Thank
MVP
you.
서밋 선수, 온플릭 선수 만나봤습니다. 중계석 연결할게요.